Hey friends, and welcome back to the Food Shed. As promised in my last video, if I had updates, I would share them. Well, as I said I was going to do in the last video, the chickens are in the food shed now. I put one of the quail cage setups outside in a different spot, and I'll pressure wash the heck out of that when the weather gets better. But I moved this one here. Still got some girls here who are laying a couple eggs, and this the wood brooders over there. I may do another hatch at some point here in the near future, just a small one, because I've got some friends asking for them because they like the quail eggs, and they were a little upset that I kind of got out of business. Not upset at me, just with the circumstance and everything. And so I'm probably going to do one more hatch just so that they can have some, and everybody can kind of keep my bloodline going. But let's get into this. So I built this wall all the way across. It is 6 feet deep by 10 feet across. So about 60 square feet, which is 10 more square feet than they had outside. There's six of them, so they've got 10 square feet per bird. So that's should be a good combination for them. I built them a nice roost ladder back there, as you can see. And they've jumped up on that once or twice already. I just moved them in here a little while ago. Hung the feeder here and put the waterer right there. That's not the permanent location for those. I just ran out of time today. It's getting dark. It's dinner time, and it's Sunday night. So, yep, it was just time to make it done. So I got the feeder hung up and the waterer moved in, and those will live there until I build a setup right over on the other side here, where the feeder and the waterer kind of get mounted on the outside and then feed their way inside so that I don't have to go in there to feed and water. And then on this side, I'm going to put the nest box setup that I have so that they can lay eggs and I can collect the eggs from the outside. I don't have to go in there. If you're wondering what the bedding is in there, it is, or the flooring is in there, it is in fact bedding. It is hemp bedding. It wasn't my first choice. It was my second choice. Absolutely. I wanted to get some sand in here. I've heard that's really good stuff, and you can kind of scoop their poop up with a kitty litter scooper, which helps to keep the place a little cleaner overall. That had been my plan, but by the time I got this built and everything, the quarries where I could get that kind of sand was all their sand was wet, and I didn't want to introduce wet right into here. I wanted something I could use right away, so I did put the hemp in here. I will do a deep compost kind of deal in here over this winter, and then by next winter I will get the right sand and have that in here so that when I move them in here at the end of next winter or at the beginning of next winter, they've got sand and I can scoop that and keep it a little bit cleaner. But they do really seem to be liking the hemp. I chose the hemp instead of pine because it's a little more absorbent. It doesn't smell as much of pine, and if I put 4 inches deep of pine throughout that entire 60 square foot area, this whole shed would stink to high heaven of pine, and that's not good for their respiratory, or I'm sure the quails. So I wanted to minimize that. The hemp doesn't have that smell, and they've been just picking at it like it is nobody's business since they got in. I don't know what they're getting out of there, but I'm a lot happier with the idea of them eating hemp than of eating pine chips, because that's not beneficial for them. So that's that. I got it all. I got it all built. Figured out some things, and pretty happy with that overall. And got the half by half wire all the way along. I did that instead of chicken wire just in case I get a mouse or something in here. They're not going to get through that into there, and that'll keep them safe. And that is that. I haven't had an issue with rodents getting in here, getting to my quail. They absolutely could have done that, but they haven't done that yet. So I'm not going to say they're never going to get in here. I'm going to continue to build like they might get in here, and let's keep them safe. But that's that. With my wife, she's done with her radiation. She's moving on to chemo here in a couple of weeks. She lost a bunch of hair because of the radiation. It's on her head, obviously, and so she shaved her head. I shaved my head. Not a whole lot to shave there, but I shaved what was there. And so we're a team. We go through things together, and I figured that was just one way of showing that we fight together against the common enemy there. Yep, that's going the way we expect it to go. And so she was taking a nap this weekend, and I decided I was going to finish this project and get the chickens moved in. They're a lot happier in here than they were outside. I'm a lot happier to have them in dry bedding rather than in the mud that they were standing in. It wasn't super muddy, but it was muddy enough to make me unhappy. So that's that. So I will have them in here for the winter, and then in the summer when the ground out there dries up a little bit, I'll move them back out there, and I'll shovel out all the good compost here and throw it in the compost pile, and be ready to grow more veggies and fruits and stuff. So that's what I've got. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody had a good New Year's and good holidays. And yep, that's the update here at the Food Shed. So thanks for watching and have a great day.